Okay, here's your excuse with me filming with this camera. This is gonna be a quick little video with me filming with this camera. Be happy now, okay? Okay. Okay, I feel like you guys are a bit of in a high demand for a video like this, so how about I just make a video like this where you guys will see me do something that I feel like should have been something that I could have done on this YouTube channel a long time ago, but I never bothered to do so because, well, I figured what's the point? And besides, this video is technically for educational purposes only. There's no need for you guys to overreact on this one. It's just simple it's just me, that's all. Making a pizza. Instead, though, I'm gonna teach you how to make a pizza by not making a pizza, but instead a frozen pizza. So I'll be right back. Here's a frozen pizza. Make sure you put it right there, alright? Okay, and now of course, depending on what kind of frozen pizza you got, it's generally different based on each instruction. But for the most part, the pizza that I'm using as an example, the instructions say to preheat the oven at 415. Now for me, I'm grabbing the camera for this bit. Now, so usually for me, I just go ahead and just press bake and then just put it at whatever setting it's already on. You don't really need to exactly preheat it at temperatures that it's asking you to do, but it is recommended to do so, but I just don't. Anyways, here's your frozen pizza. Pizza right here. We're gonna, tear it up. We're gonna tear up the plastic and then we'll see what's going on. What be going on, Now, see, that's a pizza, yeah. That's soon gonna be a pretty good pizza. Okay. How am I supposed to film this bit? This is weird. Okay, first off, when it's covered in plastic, just grab yourself a nice pair of scissors and go ahead and just do it. Okay. Okay, so what you maybe want to do, I hope to God that you guys can see this, but of course what you maybe want to do, you want to cut open the plastic. Just cut the plastic. That's all you really got to do. You don't have to cut the entire thing, but just enough to where you could take the whole thing off. All right, and then boom, you could just easily do all that. All right, so that's all you really need to do. Okay, I'm being as cautious as humanly possible. Oh my God! Just take out all the plastic. If there's some cheese that's just loose, that's completely fine. Just toss it on top. You want to also ensure that you don't have any cheese on the pans themselves. I just don't recommend doing that. And then lastly, when it comes to going ahead and you see a situation like this where, I don't know, the pepperonis are on one end. Just spread them around. Make sure that you could grab them with ease and not, tear up the pepperonis. Happens to me so much. It's just aggravating when it happens, but you gotta live it out. Spread out the pepperonis as much as you can, or just pretty much any topping that you're using. If it's pineapple, get the fuck out. And also, it's dependent on how you want your pepperonis to be cut once you do start cutting the pizza up afterwards. What I'd like to do normally, I would just try to spread them out as much as possible. I tend to try to trace out how I'm going to cut the pizza, but at the end of the day, I don't really follow through, so it really doesn't matter. But overall, just make sure your pizza is spread out like so. See, that way better than how it was originally. And there you go. Now you got yourself a nice solid pizza, all right? Now, next thing you want to, like I said, just spread it out. Spread it around. If you need to add extra toppings to the pizza, by all means, be my guest. But be careful, because that can definitely mess up the pizza, especially if you don't know what toppings you are putting on the pizza, especially if it's toppings that the pizza is not designed to have for a topping. So, yeah, just be aware of that. And once again, like I said, you know, if there's leftover cheese on the pan, try spreading them on the pizza itself. We don't want, you know, we don't want cheese to get stuck on the pans, which is what causes it to be a little annoying when it comes to like the cleanup process. All right, but as you can see, there's your pizza. Jesus Christ. Right here, all right, and again, just let the oven preheat on its own, and then once it's ready, we'll cut over to that. Exposing my fridge for a quick moment. You also want to make sure that you have the right drink ready, all right? In this case, I'm gonna have myself a nice Pepsi going with this pizza, all right? And yeah, this is just a quick look at my fridge, in case we wanted to know. Anyway, speaking of which, this is my kitchen. I could give you guys a quick house tour of the living room. A living room. There's a living room. Ignore the walls. That's where I normally chill out. All right. Everything is dark for a reason. There's no need for lights. All right. Time right now is 8:30 p.m. a.m. Central Standard Daylight Time, I suppose. And this is just my excuse to film with this camera, because I wanted this camera. I was gonna use this as my webcam, but it turns out this camera really cannot do that, so to speak. It is the computer's fault or the camera's fault. I really don't know, but I can still use it as a vlog camera, so you know, it's okay. Realize I left my phone here. Also, while you're in the setup stages of, you know, you getting ready to have your pizza, make sure you have some TV on, will ya? And then ensure that the table that you're gonna be sitting on, that you're gonna be on, excuse me, is, you know, in a decent situation. You know, it's clear, it's free, there's nothing bad going on at all. And also, it's also based on what kind of oven, what kind of pan you use. In this case, I'm using this smaller pan, but as you can see below, probably not, but below there are holes that are underneath, so, and that's gonna cause you know, that's gonna cause the table to get dirty. So what you want to do is, in case of a situation like that, I don't know why that happened, you go ahead and grab one of these things, right? You know, I forget what they're called, but you know, you should know what these are, and just place it on top of the table that you're gonna have the pizza set, just as a safety precaution. So yeah, that's just my safety precaution. Anyways, I'm still waiting for this oven to preheat completely so I can show you the next step. Alright, so I heard the oven preheats. It's beeped. That means it hit 350, which also means that we have to boost it up to what was it again? 415. Now we have to have it set to 415. So just boost it up all the way to 415. And like I said, you also could have preheated the oven, but I prefer doing it this way. And once that's the case, back the fuck up. There you go. And now at this point, this is gonna be hard to film, because now you go ahead and put your pizza in the center rack of your oven. And once you do so, close, and then have your timer ready to go. So in this case, I have to put it for around 21 to 23 minutes, so I'll give it a solid 22 minutes on the clock. There you go, 22 minutes on the clock. And now we wait for those 22 minutes to go by. I apologize that it's not focusing correctly, but I don't really care. You want me to just, there you go. This camera doesn't have autofocus, so that's annoying, but yeah, just to go show. All right, so now we wait until the pizza is ready. I just realized something. God damn it. And the timer's up. Alright. Alright. Timer's up. I don't know why I'm feeling awkward. Put back. Please. Okay. 4:15. We could go ahead and cancel it. The timer is up. And now all we gotta do is just let it cool off for a little bit inside the oven. Alright. And then we can go ahead. And at this point, you can go ahead and grab your oven mitt and whatever, and literally everything else that you would normally use, as well as ensuring you get yourself. Where the hell is it? Oh, God damn it! I hate when this happens. You normally would. Oh, it's right here. You'd go ahead and get yourself your pizza cutter, and now all you gotta do is just wait a couple of seconds. Alright, I think I let some time pass enough already. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. We'll just go ahead, put everything to the side, and out comes a pretty good looking pizza. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's a pretty good looking pizza. This is one of my best, if I do say so myself. Alright, now I'll put the camera back. Give it a split moment just so you guys, just so I can make it a little easier on myself so I can get the pizza out. Normally you could go ahead and grab 2 of them. In reality, you only just need 1. It's also dependent on how heavy you have the pizza. It can be a small pizza or whatever, but for the most part, that's how you make a pizza. That's pretty good looking pizza, if you ask me. I hope to God I am appearing on camera. Just think that's a really good pizza. All right. Oh. Alright, now at this point, now that you have your pizza out, you can go ahead and get your pizza cutter and go ahead and just cut through. And now, once again, this is going to be off camera because there's no way in hell that I'm going to do this with just hold. Okay, so yeah, just give me a second. Alright, as you can see, I went ahead, oh my god, I went ahead and cut up the pizza into 6 pieces, since this is a pretty small pizza, so I just put in 6 slices. Next to what you want to do, you want to go ahead and ensure that have your pizza cutter on standby. All right, have it on standby. Grab the oven mitt, and then just go ahead and grab. This is gonna be really scary. Just grab the pizza like so. All right, and then move it to the location to where you will eat said pizza, and then that, you know, the thing right there is gonna come in handy. You put it on top, so that way this is just ensures that it will prevent any form of you know, stains or anything, any schmuck on the table, you know. So yeah, and now last thing you want to do, go ahead and get your designated drink. In this case, I got myself a Pepsi right here. I'm not showing logos as Pepsi is not sponsoring this video. I don't do sponsors, guys, just remember that. All right, and then make sure you grab your drink, and there you go. And now you got yourself a pizza ready to go. Okay, you know what? Fine, I'll turn on some lights. Happy now? And now, just like that, you have yourself a nice, decent pizza and your drink, and whatever you will have on TV, be on TV. It could be anything at this point. And just like that, boom! Now you made yourself a pizza. Any questions? No? Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Jesus, this is probably the stupidest video I've ever done yet, but oh well, at least I did it. At least I showed off this camera at the very least. Man, I gotta start thinking about stuff though. Almost done. Wait, with just about nothing. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, jeez. I'm a bit out of bind at this point. I can't even think about anything to do.